Hello, YouTubers, fellow FBAers. Woohoo! Wow, that was weird. Mark W. Flockhart. Got two things I want to talk to you guys today about is the number one reason most of you haven't started a product, or if you have the struggle that you have, the number one reason you're having a struggle, if you're having a struggle, if you haven't, be prepared or be aware of this. I'm going to show you some examples, show you how it's affected me, and also I'm going to show you some ideas of how to get around that portion of it. So it's more of a concept of mental state than a physical hurdle. But it manifests itself in a physical hurdle. I'm Dr. Phil now today. I'm talking in huge words. Anyway, so what it is the problem that most people have with any business, but mainly with Amazon, is the number one hurdle is product selection. So a lot of unconfidence, inconfidence, whatever, they're just not prepared, not ready, not aware, not confident. All of those reasons can hold you back from succeeding or failing, and then succeeding after that. The biggest thing is, if you're worried about that, some things I've told other people is start small. Start with the 10 cents and 20-cent items and learn the system. Learn how to create a listing. Learn how to advertise the listing. Lose $300, $400 on 500 units, right? I mean, look at this. Let's do some actual numbers here, and then we'll go into the video. By the way, if you're new to the channel, what I do is I basically am doing my Amazon story, my life, my income, whatever I'm doing to make money. I'm sharing it here. Hopefully, it gives you guys some pointers if you want to follow along. I'd love the love and the hate. I'll take it both. Give me advice. Think I'm being an idiot? Tell me. If you think I'm being awesome, thumbs up and like the video, follow. So let's say you get into this, like a 25-cent product. It's going to cost, let's just say it's going to cost us 25 cents additional to ship it. And I'm just making numbers up. So we're basically 50 cents into a product, and that's shipped. And we're going to pay, I don't know, we're going to get 500 of them, right? You've lost $250 on a 50-cent item. Okay, so if you can't invest $250 into at least even learning this, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. This is not the time to do this. Now, you can do retail arbitrage and invest that into buying things that you can sell for more, like books or computers or cell phones and stuff like that. There are other videos I've created that kind of talk about how I've done that, and I still do that. So that's really, if you're scared, that's it. I mean, it's going to be harder. You're going to have to find those 25-cent items that sell. Go look and think of anything that you could buy that is useful. Obviously, that's the point. Useful and wanted, and there's a demand on there for that product that there's not a lot of sellers or a whole lot. At least get the idea. Get a launch, get some advertising going, and maybe it makes it successful on Facebook advertising. But if you can learn those things, the Facebook and the pay-per-click and the launching products, and you get good at them, maybe you lose 500 and you do 2 products just to get your feet wet, right? At the end of the day, you're going to gain the experience, which is the biggest thing. If you're absolutely just completely mind numb to the whole thing, take a course. You can get courses for $500, $1,000 or less, and they can help you exponentially. You get a mentor, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that's huge. I have not personally taken a course. I have spent countless hours researching every step. I don't recommend it, but I think I've got it down pretty well. So what we're doing is I want to talk about the hurdles, which is getting your product. And that's the first one. And the second one is after you've been in it for a few months. Those are 2 major hurdles, and I think those are both number ones. They're number ones for new beginners, is getting the product, get going. There's your answers. Start small. If you're worried about it, get something tiny and grow it. As long as it can be to scale, so if it's successful, you can make it. You're not going to make much money off of it. I mean, if you're going to buy it for 50 cents and you're going to sell it for $6, it's probably an add-on item, so it's going to be tough for the shipping and all that, but it's going to essentially make you a couple $100 a month, right? You start there, you get used to it, you buy some more inventory, maybe that grows, maybe you're making $300 a month if you're lucky, or it just blows up and you're awesome, right? But that's not likely with these tiny products. Usually, typically, you're going to be anywhere from $5 to $10 per item, and then you're going to sell those for $20 to $25 per item, and that's where the big margins where you see everybody doing this is. And then you scale it, advertise it, grow it, and it explodes. Those are your 10, 20,000 a month things that people are doing. But what you want to do is when you're looking for these products, you just got to jump on one. You find one, you really got to fill a few boxes. Okay, so is there a demand? Okay, how do you tell that? I'll show you. So there's two ways to do this. You can use a free program called Amaze Owl, and you just go to amazeowl.com, and you can download this completely free program. That's it. You can use that, and that'll at least, if you have an idea yourself, that'll at least show you and teach you if it's has potential. And if you want to learn how to use Amaze Owl, go back into one of my videos. I show you how I use it. So that's one way. The other one is Jungle Scout. And then I have an affiliate link below if you want me to get a small commission. Join it there. Otherwise, just go to junglescout.com. And then you can do that as well. Same thing as Amaze Owl, but they are a paid service. So there's two major pieces to this. The biggest thing is when I go to Amazon is to have, it's called the Jungle Scout web app. So when I'm looking at a product, let's just say I'm looking at these little hover things, I can click my web app and up pops a little box and it tells me the prices, the item. I can hover over it and see which items these are. These are in the order of the first thing people see to the last, and their rank, the lower the better. Their sales, so this item here, this charging kit, they're selling 659 of them. They're netting just short of $20,000. So if this costs them, let's just say $12 to make, and they're selling it for $30, so there's an $18 potential, and they have fees and all that stuff. So they're probably making anywhere from $5 to $10 an item, so about $6,000 to $7,000 in profit. Not bad. This is probably the owner, they probably have a patent or something like that on it, but that's what this company is doing. Now this looks like more of a larger brand that's doing their own thing. Anyway, so that's the start. Step one, okay, you find a product you think is going to be successful. Step two is to check it, verify, and if the numbers are there, there's not a whole lot of competition, there's room for improvement, so you can make that product better and set yourself apart from the others. And then you can find the product for sale, Alibaba.com, if you can do that, and then that's it. You buy it. Make sure you don't get ripped off. You got to be careful, okay? If you don't know what to do, YouTube it. Follow some of the things I've done, and then that's it. You start. So you can start small. You can start with tiny little things, small items. We're just going to type that in, just see what pops up. Okay, so we've got items that are $6, $7 that you could probably buy for $1. For example, socks, right? Baby socks. Okay, these are little items that are selling for $8 to $10 for like 5 of them. That'll probably cost this guy $3 to $5. So, I mean, there is potential profit. So there's very low margins to make. So they're not making a lot of money, but they are selling a bunch of these. Watch this. I'll show you. So this one here, this is a sponsored one. You can see this. They're advertising this. So we'll look at this one for $10.99. That's probably this first one. They're selling $4,000 per month. About $45,000 worth of it. They're probably making, let's just say, a $3 profit. So they're making $12,000 plus likely on just selling socks. Now there's a huge market, so it's a lot tougher to get in there and fight for that spot. That's going to cost more advertising money, and that's where you're going to learn. So that's really it. I mean, worst case scenario is you spend $250 on a tiny item. You lose your shirt, but you learn the advertising, you learn what works and what you don't want to do next time, and that's one way to learn it, just by failing forward. The other hurdle is similar to where I'm at, where you get complacent, right? You're always looking, there's all this stuff. You're watching my video now. Next video you're probably going to click on is going to be how to make money with Shopify, or how to make money with retail arbitrage, or how to make money doing surveys. You know, there's tons of stuff. If you need immediate money, find something that you can do online, like an assistant or surveys or something. It's a pain to do all that stuff, but you can make money from home online apart from having to invest the money into this. This takes time and investment. the hurdle that I'm coming into is I do get complacent. I find I've got a product. It's selling okay, not great, right? It's selling decent. The thing is, it's kind of just kind of evened off, and I haven't done anything with it, and I'm okay with that, right? I've got ads running against it, and the ads kind of wash out at the end of the day. It's kind of a wash, so I'm making a few bucks here and there, and it's still there's a little bit of profit, but you got to keep in mind it's going to hurt you long term, because you do have, if you're going to be a pro seller account, which I have, is I'm spending $39 a month for that. I was spending for Jungle Scout, the actual the web app, not the Chrome extension, the actual web app where you pay a monthly fee. I think it was like $30 or $40 a month for that, and you can find products faster, and that thing is amazing. So when I go to find another product, I've already got the next one lined up, so I already know what I'm doing next. But when I run out of that or decide if that market changes by the time I get there, then I will go back and pay that service, because it's worth it, 100% worth it. I will pay that $30 to $40 month service for the month or two that I'm using it to find the better product. So I'm kind of going off on a little bit everywhere with this. But the main two things I wanted to talk about, which you've already seen, is the hurdles to get started and the hurdles of being complacent. When you become complacent, there is some things that you can do that will keep you on track. And that's one of the reasons, and the main reason I started this channel, is because I want to find people like-minded who are trying to grow a business. Maybe it's just online, or maybe it's through Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. And that's really the goal, is I want to find people that are doing the same things that I'm doing that I can be accountable to. Okay, I've tried to be accountable to friends and tell them what I'm doing, but they're just annoyed. It's like, Mark's doing another thing. He's talking about this, talking about that. We don't care. We just want to do this, right? If they're not interested, you're not going to find that person that you can be accountable to. And that's kind of why I did this channel, is I can be accountable to you guys, because I'm falling into that little rut there, which is normal. There's a path you come all the way down before you go back up. It's everywhere, through jobs, work. You watch, I forget what you call it, but there's some sort of like graph that they use to show you. But right now, once you start, you have that high, you learn, and then you jump into it, and then you just go down and down, and you got to climb back out of that hill. It's kind of like a little depression. So that's the biggest thing. My next step is I'm going to focus on doing a lot more. I'm going to probably put about 60 to 70% of my time into retail arbitrage. I want to get about $5,000 to $10,000 to launch my next product. I could probably do it with 3 to 5 on the launch one, but I don't want to have it just that. I want to have a backup so that I can actually launch it. I want to get it going fast, get it rolling, and I want to just dominate the market with this. So I hope you guys want to see that. It's coming soon. It might be a little bit of time, because I've got some saved up. I've got to really hammer down and get some stuff out. If you want to see what I'm doing more arbitrage style, that's on my Instagram. So I'll link that in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow this. If you are part of this and want to just chime in and have somebody to be accountable to, or want to keep me accountable, I love that. Thank you. Let me know in the comments. Just say, hey, Mark, I'm watching you. I want to make sure you're successful, and I want to be successful too, or whatever. I just want to watch you, and you're fun and crazy and weird, and we like having fun with you, looking at baby socks. All right, I will see you guys in the next one.